All of us would like to reduce our levels of abdominal and visceral fat, preferably without resorting to impossible diets or measures that are incompatible with our lifestyle. Today, science tells us that there is a combination of 3 ingredients that, when taken as an infusion at night, can help me shed those extra pounds while also providing me with deeper and more restorative sleep. Therefore, I will share with you what these ingredients are, how to prepare this mixture, and who should be especially cautious before incorporating this infusion into their daily routine. Today I share with you an infusion to eliminate abdominal fat while we sleep, endorsed by science. This unique combination of 3 ingredients is designed with a dual purpose: to increase my slow-wave sleep, the deepest and most restorative phase, while several of its components perform a lipolytic function in my body, colloquially known as fat burning. So before we dive into how to prepare this natural infusion, it will be crucial that we understand the individual benefits of each of its ingredients and how together they will enhance, within a lifestyle of healthy habits, the desired effect of fat loss in our abdomen. And then I will tell you about some precautions and risks we should be aware of. The first ingredient in this mix is valerian, a plant rich in various bioactive compounds beneficial to our sleep, and which owes its potent relaxing effect to valerianic acid, acting in our brain and specifically on the GABA receptors, a neurotransmitter that helps us regulate anxiety and mood. And not only that, this plant has also been shown to be effective in increasing our deep sleep, the phase of rest we are interested in increasing, since only when I spend enough time in this slow wave phase will I wake up the next day feeling well rested. In fact, the effect of this plant on our health is so significant that valerian was already used in ancient Rome to treat insomnia and situations of prolonged stress. Therefore, it is not surprising that its name comes precisely from the Latin valere, which means to be well. Now, valerian will not only limit itself to our rest, we also know that this plant has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, which will contribute to our weight loss goal by helping us reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in our body, 2 factors closely related to weight gain and fat accumulation in our abdomen. The second component of this infusion is apple cider vinegar, an ingredient that has transcended being a staple in our kitchens to become an essential pillar in the fight against overweight. This is due to its star component, acetic acid, which in more than one study has demonstrated its ability to improve our metabolism and reduce our insulin levels, leading to less abdominal fat storage. But that's not all, although there are trials in which apple cider vinegar has been capable of reducing body weight, abdominal fat area, and blood triglyceride levels. It is very important for us to understand that its acetic acid does not directly burn fat. The term burning fat actually refers to the ability of our own body to use stored fats as a source of energy, and without a doubt, what apple cider vinegar can do for me if I am looking for weight loss is precisely help my body to enter that tendency of using my fat reserves. The third ingredient of this infusion is cinnamon, a spice highly valued in traditional medicine, not only for its aroma and distinctive flavor, but also for the range of health benefits it offers. And although cinnamon is best known for its ability to improve digestion and for its anti-inflammatory properties, this spice has recently attracted the attention of the scientific community by demonstrating that it has significant potential in our weight loss. Several studies have found that a compound in cinnamon, cinnamaldehyde, is capable of increasing the quantity and activity of our brown fat. This is a type of fat full of mitochondria, the power plants of our body, which will use our fat and glucose to produce heat, and therefore help us in that fat loss in the abdominal region. In contrast to brown fat, we have white fat, which we all are familiar with because its main function is unfortunately the opposite: to be stored, form accumulations of adipose tissue, and we know the result of this: a bulkier abdomen and fat in organs like the liver. Well, cinnamon, and more specifically, cinnamaldehyde, will not only be capable of activating this brown fat, but also, and most importantly and promisingly, in more than one laboratory trial has shown that it helps white fat, the one I do not want, convert into brown fat, thus helping me to reduce my abdominal circumference. Additionally, another pathway through which cinnamon will be useful in weight loss is the regulation of insulin, and therefore controlling our blood sugar levels, which will not only be beneficial for people with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, but for anyone looking for a metabolic environment favorable to weight loss, fighting from the base the annoying and dangerous accumulations of fat. Now that we know the benefits of this trio of ingredients, let's see how to make this infusion that can help us not only to relax and prepare our body for restorative sleep, but also to burn our abdominal and visceral fat. So the essential thing will be to ensure, of course, that we have our 3-star ingredients: valerian root, cinnamon powder, and apple cider vinegar. First, we add a teaspoon of dry valerian root to a cup. Or if we prefer, we can also use a prepared Valerian infusion bag. Second, we add half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. It is important that the cinnamon is of good quality, so here we specifically refer to Ceylon cinnamon, as it is this type of cinnamon that has demonstrated all the bioactive properties we have seen, including its ability to activate brown fat. It will be important to differentiate Ceylon cinnamon from Cassia cinnamon, the variety we see most in stores, and although it also contains cinnamaldehyde, is very rich in coumarin, a substance that can be toxic in large quantities and which I will want to avoid as much as possible. Third, we add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to the mix and heat separately 240 ml of water in a teapot or saucepan without needing to reach boiling point, but it should be hot enough to extract all the bioactive compounds from the ingredients. Once hot, we carefully pour the water into the cup over the mix, cover it with a saucer or a lid, and let our infusion rest for 10 minutes so that the active principles are released into the water. Now, after the resting time, we stir with a teaspoon so that the ingredients mix, especially if the apple cider vinegar has settled at the bottom, and strain the infusion, which will now be ready for consumption. And for greater benefit, the best time to take it will be between 30 minutes and an hour before going to bed. And at this point, very importantly, it will be convenient for me to know several precautions and contraindications before incorporating this infusion into my daily routine. Of course, beyond personal allergies or intolerances to any of these ingredients, in which case this infusion will be contraindicated. Firstly, Valerian may interact with some sedative medications, such as antihistamines, benzodiazepines, or antidepressants. Secondly, although apple cider vinegar will be a potent ally in the fight against overweight, we must not forget that it is acidic. So, its excessive consumption or on an empty stomach can cause digestive problems. Therefore, it will be crucial that, if we decide to incorporate it into our daily routine, we do so always with moderation and in the amounts recommended by the manufacturer. And thirdly, cinnamon, as I've already mentioned, it will be important to differentiate between Ceylon cinnamon and Cassia cinnamon, as the latter, unfortunately more present in stores, its abundant consumption can be harmful due to its coumarin content. In conclusion, this Valerian, apple cider vinegar, and cinnamon infusion will offer us a unique combination of benefits that will improve our sleep quality while helping us, always within an active lifestyle and healthy habits, in the reduction of abdominal fat. But if I take any medication or suffer from any disease, it will be important to consult with my doctor before incorporating these 3 ingredients into my daily routine. And thank you very much for staying with me until here. What do you think of this infusion? I read you here below in the comments. And remember that you can subscribe and hit the bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. I leave you here one about the benefits of clove that is sure to interest you. Take care a lot.